Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. It's stream day. We got a big one planned today. It's exciting. Man, chat's already blowing up. Good to see everybody. It's gonna be just me today. No special guest. Nobody in the call. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna really go through all the changes and updates we've made. The goal here again is just, I'm gonna try to read all the comments, as many as we can. We better get to the top quickly though. In first place, we have StreetOS. Guests won't be sleeping for a while. I saw that came in when I scheduled this early this morning. That was real early. Second place, what's that? Jinna? Oh ho ho! Can't wait. Can't wait. Excuse my French. Appreciate the second place. Good chat. And then Cookie Head in third place. Greetings. I don't think we've seen Cookie Head up in the podium for first to respond on the live streams. Appreciate all the support. Chimera Cars, welcome. Simeon, McGrory, Jay, Legend, Niels, Beam, BB, Dan. I think I already said Legend. Nope, I didn't. Yeah, I did say Legend. Still more Beam Nerd. Welcome everybody. Good to see everyone. Let me just here. You know what? First, we need to buy a car. We have a lot of announcements to go through. The biggest being the big game changer. We're gonna look at that at the end of the live stream, so definitely hang out for that. But let's first go ahead and buy a vehicle. I don't know why, I've been feeling the Bastion lately. I just love cruising around with it. We don't have a great model available off the rip. Maybe we'll search for one real quick. Bastion. Oh, we have a Battlehawk. We'll do a Battlehawk. Let's see, 2 from Riches, both 0 mileage. 0 mileage, that might be a bug. We might need to work on that. Let's go ahead and purchase that. While we wait to get that delivered, let's go through some chat here. Midnight stream. I guess it's probably late over there. Update's always good, not gonna lie. Appreciate it. I hope we get a new feature. Kind of. We'll talk about it. Let's see. Guess it'll be for the start. Okay, yeah, I know it's late over there for you, McGrory. Hope to get a race tab update. You might be in store, Simeon. Yeah, okay, a lot of people on the race tab. That's actually good to see. That was kind of just my scratch work. I never really thought to really share it much, and then it really started blowing up, especially with the help of Jordan. So shout out to Jordan. I hope it's something progression based. I've been needing more than just earn money and buy a car lately. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. We have plans. We have ideas. I don't know. Well, we're gonna talk about an update that's kind of related to that. Hey, Joe's in the chat. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Glad to see I was able to make it in time. Very cool. Yeah, it's probably later there for you as well. I know Joe just put out a new update to his Joe's Junk. So hyped. Okay, the chat's forcing me down. All right. Yeah, legit joined the second you start. Congratulations, Doctor. Well done. I don't check emails. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Wake up at 8 a.m. and see RLS going live. Rushes to make coffee, not to miss the start. Very nice. Love it. I love it. Honestly, that's something I don't do much anymore. Is I've been so focused on working lately and such that I haven't just chilled. For the last week, I haven't just chilled and like sat back and watched like a YouTube live stream or anything like that. I love it's important to get your food ready for your entertainment. You know what I mean? Hero Racer, welcome to chat. Good to see you. More in store with race tab stuff. Yes, we'll get to it. Let's start with career overhaul, base, beta, bronze changes. To do that, first I'm going to actually not sleep, but at least start the time of day, because I don't think I run rolling time of day nearly enough, and I really gained an appreciation for it. You don't actually have to hit sleep. Right, and then we're going to go ahead over to one of the first new things we've added. Change this to a sport so we don't trip the tires as much. I probably should have chosen automatic, let's be honest. I'm going to be stalling a lot today. But while we head over there, let's talk about the last update. So last update, we implemented new taxi features. So basically, we might actually utilize another taxi feature. Anyways, we can, as we work as a taxi, we can do different kind of passengers. There's different new passengers that were added. And we didn't really do, I don't think, a great job explaining what those different passengers were looking for. We made some refinements to it. But basically, the new passengers are the business class passengers. And how this would work too, let me actually just demonstrate it real quick. Pull over, open up your phone, hit the taxi button, hit start driving, then we'll wait for a passenger. It will show you what passenger wants to be picked up. Okay, that's close to the stall. Is this the right way? Yeah. So if you want to pick up a business passenger, that is an option that will come up. Business passengers prioritize getting to their places quickly. So that is the one you want to really kind of speed towards and get them there quickly. Each passenger still has a G rating, I guess, that they want. They don't want you to exceed a certain amount of Gs. In fact, let me actually pull over. I don't have Shift Tab in my ear telling me to, hey, hit the record button. I'm going to start recording as well. We got a new passenger. Here's a business right here. Shows in the bottom left, or sorry, top left at the bottom right of the screen. That will let you know what kind of individual they are. So we have business. Let's see, we have a luxury, which, oh, okay, now we got a luxury option. Cool, that was quick. I didn't hit stop driving. There we go. So there's a luxury option. They want a nice, comfortable ride, and they don't want to go fast. You have a tourist option, which they really want you to actually go slow, tour the city, take your time, and are also very sensitive to IG ratings. And then lastly, we have the party individual or group. They want a high seat count, and a pretty comfortable ride. Not really about getting there fast. It's kind of your bulk passengers per se. And then of course we still have these standard passengers that are completely untouched. So there is a way to get the old vanilla way. Again, this is all work in progress. So this was released in the last beta, refined this beta, and really properly spoken about in this live stream. Am I lagging? Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. Is the lag better? Let me know if the lag's better. Maybe we can't record and live stream at the same time. Maybe my settings are off. We'll see if that's better. Okay, appreciate it. All right, cool. All right. Note to self: don't record while live streaming. So, in by chance that you missed that that monologue there, new taxi missions, or sorry, well, yeah, I guess you can say new taxi missions: business, tourist, luxury, party bus. I think I'm forgetting one other. I can't remember, but they all have different individual perks that they're looking for. New subscriber, welcome, Lewis. So they're definitely fun to play with. They definitely need some more work. So let us know your feedback on the kind of rewards you're getting, what's good, what's bad. I think the tourists need to be bumped up a little bit. Here is the first thing that's you're gonna notice is a little different. Oh, the brakes weren't what I thought they were. We have new signs. So shout out to Megs. He has helped us make some 3D assets. You might have seen some of his work before. We're going to talk about all the things that he has added to the map and helped us add and implement. The first being this nice sign that says map travel has moved to the ferry near the port. Please check the map. Now, if you did read that, you would press the map button and you would look around for a ferry or some sort. You probably scroll in at the port. You'll notice there's a ferry, and we need to update that picture, but there's the map switcher. You can set route. Probably the most commonly asked question is, how do I change maps? Where do I go? Well, now we got signs telling you. Oh, okay, I can't reset that. Get out of here. All right, cleared. It's not just there. If we continue into the tunnel, you will notice the barriers are put back up again. They kind of went missing for a little bit. And we have more signs. Map travel has moved to the ferry near the port. Please check map. I hope this isn't, I hope we see less questions on how to change maps and where to go. It has moved. This will hopefully remedy that. In case you don't want to get all the way over there, though, into the tunnel before you realize you have to turn around and go a different route, we have other signs leading onto the highway. Map travel has moved to the ferry near the port. Please check map. And then finally, one more somewhere over here. Before we get on the on-ramp, map travel has moved to the ferry near the port. Please check map. So it's you know, with development, things get moved around and changed, and it's a valid question, and I don't, you know, you can't expect everybody to watch every live stream or video or post or whatever. Hopefully this helps limit the confusion on where the map travel has changed. Message is clear, that's for sure. I hope so. I hope so. You know, the nice thing is now that we have Megs the map maker, or Megs the sign maker, I don't know what we're gonna call him. We can have many more signs and help clear up confusions and such. So super looking forward to that. It says the map travel moved. I don't know, can't tell. Might have to leave this on screen for a little bit. Bella, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Well, some taxi fares are money. That's a big bug. Oh, some taxi fares are negative money. I think that's fixed now as well. So in this update, yeah, they're the first release last week. You could get a negative taxi fare if you did really bad or something. But yep, there's a wait. So where's the map travel? Any communication with the repo parts creator as of when it will get updated and added to the back end? I have not heard anything yet. I plan to reach out again, and hopefully, and maybe I'll take a look at it and update it, but we'll just have to see. Jero with the super chat, will we get snow map? Will we get a snow map one day? It's a good question. I think you know, maybe we should look into that for winter. Maybe we can get something implemented before this winter season. That would be fun. I have always wanted to do a snow map because I love doing a cold weather environment where you have the fumes of the smoke or I guess the fog and exhaust smoke come out when it's cold. On that note, actually, good thing you brought that up. Let's go check out the ferry. Actually, let's turn off traction control too. We gotta light these tires off. Speaking of snow and temp changes, we have, I don't know exactly, I think I did it before the last update, but I just never really talked about it. I adjusted the rolling temperature of each map. So West Coast has a more accurate rolling temperature. So the daytime's gonna be warmer, nighttime's gonna be cooler. You'll see that in your vehicle's performance, especially if you use the tire thermals when you're doing your racing and driving around. Does this have a temperature in it? I don't think so. But yeah, and I set all the temperatures to summer temperatures. So all the locations I went for, like, hey, what's the average summer temperature there? And yeah, nice little fun addition. Let's go ahead and hit this U-turn. Not the scrape. Wait for it. Nice. Oh, I heard a little bit. Perfect. So yeah, let's see, what else? So we talked about taxi. I think we're pretty clear on that. Sorry for the lag. If you have questions, let me know. I'm trying to keep up with comments. Let's go check out that ferry. Snow is pigeon season? I don't know about that, OEM. I don't know about that. The hard part is it would take some time to implement a snow map. We'd have to start with a good snow map or a map that has snow. The other issue is when you're using weathers, I learned this from Simulator Adventures, that the snow and the rain, like falling, messes with the windshield and breaks things. So there would be some hurdles to get over to really implement it the best we can. It's not impossible by any means. Snow map plus pigeon race? What is this? Is this... I don't understand. All that practice in the stock BRZ? Woof. Well, it's not stock, okay? I got an exhaust system on it. Race tab D series in the snow? Okay, that would be pretty cool, especially with Rune's rear twin turbos. We get to have a police-only traffic someday. Whoa, I never even thought to do something like that. I mean, it could happen. Yeah, actually, it could happen. Sure, why not? especially if we implement some modes that force that on. It's been on the books for a while. East and West have versions, but they are too slidey. Yeah, so the hard thing about converting a map like West Coast is there'd be so many map changes you have to do, and in the end, it wouldn't. I don't think it'd take a lot of work to get it to have the right feel. Let's see. Falling snow also kills frames. Very true, Wolf. Very true. So wait, the ferry takes you to a different map? That's correct. Kind of. Well, it's just the start of your journey. We don't really talk about how you get there. You start there and then you appear somewhere else. Let's see. Can you repair the repo parts on the D series? Oh, for the mod, you mean? Yeah, we'll look into it. I'll look into it this week. I wanted to get to it. Well, sorry, I'll look into it next week. I wanted to get into it this week, but I did not have time, and I need to reach out one more time. Let's see. This is one. This is 1-for-1 BRZ. I mean, yeah, kinda. No, not at all, actually. The Dale truck in the snow. Woof. That'd be pretty cool. So, someone messaged Cletus quick. Hey, Spursers in the chat. Drag racing on ice. Let's go. I'd be more about ice drifting, maybe. It'd be fun. What's it? Syphilis. It's built, man. Just look at this. Look at that exhaust. Exactly, fully built. There's the ferry. I think it looks pretty good. Imported from the industrial map. I think. Oh, that was close. Oh, and where's reverse? Oh. Okay, that was weird. It wouldn't idle low enough to get into reverse. I don't love the windows on initial re-inspection, but oh my gosh. Typical, what are they called? Typical street takeover there. I was not paying attention. So, anyways, you go down onto the bridge here, and listen to the wood change sounds, and then just drive onto the ferry. And you'll hit a checkpoint there. It'll tell you which level you want to switch to. Just like normal, you can switch to whatever level you want. If you don't want to switch, just press escape, and then unpause your game. And then, yeah, that's the ferry. Sun's starting to set. Oh, he hit it again. It's expected. Let's go ahead and get this thing towed back to Chinatown. We're gonna get this repaired and then head over to the other new thing in West Coast. Alright, go ahead and come over here. We'll probably do a new paint job afterwards. We'll do the good one. And let's actually... What color should we do? Let me know what color we should do. The first color I see we'll do. Let's see what else. I wasn't a stall. It was a crash though. It was a crash. Watch this while I struggle to make a semi cab. Are you making a semi cab? That's awesome. Coded reference. What did Wolf do? Or what did Wolf say? Also, I missed a super chat. Sorry about that. Gerald says, "Will you get a Ibishu Yoru 9, an 8, and 7 later?" We'll talk about that. But the short answer is probably not. I don't really have in the plans, but we'll talk more about that and why when we talk about the Yoru today. Sometimes reasonable beamlings must do unreasonable things. I love that. I love that, Wolf. If you want to flip cars, buy from Trusted Autos. That is the best way to flip cars. And actually, I was doing some testing on the final feature we're going to talk about today, and I made decent money flipping. I really found the strategy. Flipping, I used to think it was kind of dead. It's not. You just got to know the market even better, and it's a bit more challenging, and it takes a little bit of time. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I wrecked the poll. Oh, chat reset on me. And I keep doing the street takeover. No, I'm absolutely opposed to takeovers, especially being in Atlanta. No, it's not. People try to get places. It interrupts traffic. You should make a crime more of a thing and make certain crimes like robbing stores and gas stations. Like someone said, getaway driver. Yep, that's definitely been in our thoughts. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome to see. Typical parking lot fail, right? Yep, that's true. Always wondered, how do people do that? Well, they're probably looking at a ferry. Oh, I love seep engines, but would you probably have to get permission from the mod author? Probably. I think seep engines are probably my top 3 favorite mods. Javi's an absolute goat at what he does. It's very amazing. His BX engine remake, all of it. It's awesome. Pink? Whoa! Why did I get? What's everyone saying? Pink and purple? Holy cow! I guess. I mean, I said I'd do it. We're gonna do fun. We're gonna be a little fun with this. We're gonna paint this in the dark. We'll see what it looks like in the light. Should we go for like a lighter pink? Something like that. Let's see. Add clear coat. Sure. And lots of it. Yeah, I can't see a difference, but we'll do that. I thought there's more settings I could change. Maybe not. Okay, I guess we could do it. You know, let's do a custom paint job. Yeah, let's bring that roughness down a bit. Lighten it up a bit. No, hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Maybe a little less metallic. A little more rough. Turn it into more of a salmon color, actually. Maybe something... I'm trying to be tasteful with this, but pink is not my color. Bella says, I decided the Burnside and 9 shouldn't be the only cars with a chopped roof. Ooh, that'd be fun in a T-series. Very cool. Can't wait to see it, Bella. I'm here on mobile and it's awful. Oh, sorry to hear that. Let's see. Bella, I want to stretch Segra, please. I haven't ever used a Segra mod. That would be pretty cool. I think this pink will work, though. Chrome pink? No, that's too much. Oh, 25 mine's late. What did I miss? Oh, minutes late. Nothing too much. We're just getting warmed up still. Let's go ahead and sleep. Maybe we get to where we're going. Actually, let's leave in the night. I think 2 hours will be enough time to get to the other side of the map. Should be plenty. Okay. That is purple. It's pink. We'll see in the day. We'll see in the daytime. I think it's more pink than anything else. Whoops. All right. See, what else do we need to talk about? So for career updates, this next piece is really going to be about it. The other thing we mentioned, and I guess we could have tried to use this actually, is you can now ride as a passenger in a taxi. So if you guys haven't seen that, essentially, oh man, I forgot how to do it. Let's see, probably go to taxi. Oh no, I remember. No. It's not on the phone yet. If you go to reset and you go to, oh, you know what? We gotta be on foot. Hold on. There we go. We hop out. We go to taxi. You can still taxi to your garages, or you can call a taxi. It's much cheaper. Basically, what's going to happen is a taxi Pessima is going to show up. You're going to get in. You're going to select the waypoint, and it's going to take you there. Super simple, super easy. It's kind of nice. I'll probably utilize it more often. That way we can kind of chit-chat more while I'm doing these things. But what is... Oh, my brakes are stuck. But I want to talk about... I want to drive our hot pink Bastion. Kind of. At least just for now. Is adding more... Oh, gosh. Maybe I should call a taxi so I can read chat. Is adding more parts a plan? I didn't read the full message and now I gotta find it. Okay, hold on. Things are going quick. Everything about expanding the sewer network for career. That would be interesting. We're definitely going to utilize it at some point. Oh, our alignment is pretty bad, actually. You know what? Yeah, this isn't enjoyable. We need a taxi. Broke down. We'll get it towed. For now, call a taxi. Go, and I don't know, whenever I was playing GTA, I was always afraid to look at the taxi where it's coming, but I think it should come this way. Now there's an issue with calling the taxi on the island. I don't know if that's been sorted just yet, but the taxi essentially spawns into the map. Kind of unfortunate. Is that our taxi? I see some headlights. I don't see a car though. That's not a taxi. The last person I wanted to pick me up. Let's try again. Taxi. Call taxi. Wonder if it spawned up above. Wouldn't that be funny? I'm not seeing it. I wonder if it went... You know what? We're on an object. I bet it's under here. We're not going to find it. Okay, so be careful of bridges if you're not on terrain. Let's limp this off the object here. I think that... Well, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. We'll see. Something's not happy. He lives on the edge. Alright, let's try over here. There's lots of traffic. Pull over. We have damage. I actually had to pull over in a spot kind of like this when I got a flat in the BRZ. It was not a happy day. I was very upset. Alright, we'll call a taxi. It's working earlier in the last, in the video I made. Okay, sounds like taxi services are hit or miss. In fact, I think what happens too is if it breaks the first time, it's gonna kind of stay broken. In fact, you know what, real quick, let's just check. Sorry, we're on a tangent. I'll return to chat in just a second. I want to see... Come on. Why can I not fly around? There we go. I feel like there's a taxi under here somewhere. If I increase icon distance, will that help? Oh, it's really laggy. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know. Taxi might be broken. We could restart the game and find out. But it was working just a second ago. You know what? Alright, we're just gonna limp this there. Sorry, got distracted. Here we go. Taxiless, yeah. Maybe they didn't want to pick up the driver of the hot pink Bastion. That's not a bad color for painting in the dark. I think that's pretty good. I kind of wish that taxi worked. I'm 90% sure if we restarted the game and called a taxi again from a different spot, it would work just fine. But let us know if you have issues with the taxi in the beta. Could being on the median mess it up? Not really. It's pretty good at just getting as close as it can. I've done it in the in Chinatown for sure. Does it charge you when you get in to avoid the loss of money when it occurs? That's a great question. Let's check our bank account. Logbook. Tab. Financial history. No, we got charged. We're gonna have to ask Uber or whatever to refund us that. Looks better at night. It does look. The game looks great at night. I think the worst time of day is noon, which is about where we're at. Well, it's not looking too terrible, but yeah, when it's high noon and you get very limited shadows, ooh, that's tough. I went the wrong way. Dang it. No, the taxi works quite well until some NPC blocks its way. I believe that's actually true. That's actually true. I found getting out and getting back in works, and you don't lose your taxi ride. You're gonna try running the highway no prep? Not in today's video. Not in this, because we got a lot of things to talk about. We're only on like one of maybe 5 things to talk about today, betas to talk about and show off today. New subscriber, Mandalorian Patriot, welcome. You should make it so you get out before the end and it doesn't charge you, and you get the cops. Oh, that's funny. There's a sneak peek of what we're going up to. The big old American flag. I was going to say something, but I thought you had different plans. Wish I had a computer good enough to run Career, especially RLS. Yeah, it's... Man, BeamNG's tough, and Career doesn't make it any easier, but with the amount of time I spend here. My computer upgrade was probably the best purchase I've made in the last several years, minus the BRZ. So as we pull up, you will notice a new garage. This is courtesy of Megs. Did really most of the work. I did very little polish to this, and we kind of worked together on some adjustments for it. But this is the Hilltop Villa. He added custom posters in here, which is super cool to see. This is I don't know. I feel like this might be the last garage that gets added to West Coast, because how do you top this? It is an absolute thing of beauty. So this this nice little villa estate comes with a 9-car garage, which I thought was a little much, but I mean, look at the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you run over here. Easily 7, easily 8, easily 9, and easily 10, but we're gonna go for 9 because it's less than 10. Absolutely gorgeous work. Wait till you see it at night, though. Let's go ahead and purchase this. Look at that cool little computer screen. Man, he did a great job. We got the Corvette schematics here in case you want to build a Corvette. And let's go and purchase garage. 756,000. I think that's fair. I think this is a nice home and a big garage. It's not like the 15 slot $1 million garage, but it's up there. It's good. Gonna purchase this. Let's go ahead and sleep. Check this out at night. Let's go. Let's not do midnight. Let's do like solid 4 in the morning. Wait, I wasn't paying attention. Where is this at? This is on top of the mountain, right across from the car meet spot. In here, you have nice lights. We could probably work on that shading a bit. I don't want to increase the quality too much. Rooms are somewhat lit. Lit enough. You don't need everything lit up, I don't think. You can walk in the interior, head over here. It gets kind of dark, but there's another room over there that's not lit up. And of course you have doors. Well, not really doors, but just ways to get out. I think that's a door. That's a door. This is a door. Sometimes they're a window, though. It can get tricky. Some nice ambient light out here. Little shed lit up nicely. Neon popping. There's probably mixed opinions on the neon, but I think it's fine. I think I like it. It's different. 765K, yes, is 756K. Yeah, 756,000 for this. Some basic furniture inside would be nice. It would be pretty cool. Maybe there'd be a part 2 to this. At the end of the day, I mean, what would you do with the furniture? You know what I mean? Well, it'd still be kind of cool. We'll see. Maybe one day. You got some bigger fish to fry, I think. And if you, I don't know, something about this garage. I've traveled here a bit. I've used it a little bit. It just feels so good. Like pulling up to it, you see it in the thumbnail video. Like it's gorgeous. I'll go ahead and park this. I'll park this outside. Makes 0 sense, but yeah. In here, you kind of have your own little burnout pad if you need it, kind of thing. It's just, I love it. I think it looks fantastic. You need that house in Italy? Maybe the Italy mansion needs to be touched up. That would be pretty cool. What did I just walk into? It says Ghostbuster. Yep. This feels like, I don't know, the start of new era of maps and career maps, especially. Like this garage feels different than any other garage in West Coast, right? Suddenly the other ones feel like they're a lesser value. That's the sign of a big step forward, I think. Lights went ahead and turned off. The neons do stay on all the time. I don't know if we could even turn those off, to be honest. It'd be kind of cool too, but we'll see. We're working on a lot of big stuff, so little things like that probably won't happen. Yeah, let me just go ahead and get a beautiful shot here. Just slow down camera speed. There you go. The Hilltop Villa. Big shout out to Megs. He did the modeling. He found the location. I mean, he implemented it. We just touched up some things, did some lighting stuff. So, really happy to be working with Megs. Solar panels on the top. I didn't notice that. because you know your electric cars and whatnot somehow mysteriously always get charged. Dream Garage right there, right? It is a Dream Garage, and I think every map at least deserves one Dream Garage, right? Maybe we can work towards that. Airport in Italy should get the Top Gear test track treatment. That's an interesting idea. Let me think about that. What would the layout look like? That's a cool idea. I like that. Hold on, that's been written down. Sorry for the interruption, but I don't want to lose that thought. That's easy to do. That would really give Italy something special, wouldn't it? Let's see. Having this new tracker for ideas and such. Let's do it here. All right, so Italy Top Gear test track. And I gotta add one more thing to this, I think. Assigned to me. There we go. Nice. Good idea. Love it. The grass is so fake. It is. Okay, so listen. It does look kind of fake, right? But it's the same exact, or almost the same exact grass over here. So, I mean, welcome to BeamNG. If we did better over there, this would look even worse. And I don't want to do that. So, looks a little better now, right? If you squint. If you change the time of day. I wish BeamNG had better graphics, but I'm not going to complain with the other things it does. It does other things so much better. 123 viewers. Nice. Very cool. Welcome, everybody. Good to see everyone. Thanks for all the likes, too. That is what really drives, I think, the algorithm for live streams, is liking and hanging out. Definitely appreciate it. I think one of these days, not this live stream, because this one's a little crazy, but one of these days, we're going to do a bigger live stream like we used to, where we maybe work together, make some content, make some mods. You know, I like to do a little bit of workouts in the middle of those. Every 5-minute break, we do a bunch of squats or something. It'd be fun to do like for every like, I do one squat. That'd be nuts. That'd be pretty cool. Not this one. This one's crazy. I'm not ready to do over, I don't know, 50 to 100, however many likes we have, squats. That's a lot. I can't take that. Plus, we have a ton to get through. But we're also taking our time, just enjoying it. So everything you saw, this is coming to beta, or actually it's already in beta. In fact, there's several betas already out if you want sneak peeks, if you go to the Patreon. Let's go ahead and move on to... Did we move on to the Yoru? I think it's time to move on to the Yoru. Let me think here. How do I want to do this? Okay. So, Yoru beta came out. A lot of changes were made. I'll be honest, this was probably one of the most emotionally charged mods I've worked on. I'll be honest. So let's go ahead and take a look. What has time done to me? I used to be the wanted one. Wanted by the sensible. Wanted by the insane. Wanted for the speed. Wanted for the fame. Always picked first at the track. And last let to die. Reborn by generations in the blink of an eye. But now they laugh at me. They call me old. They turn away from me, waiting on me to fold. But I cannot stop, for passion is the flame. I am a Bishu. Yoru is my name. There you go. So, lots of charged emotions over the Bishu Yoru, but Forged by Fire is definitely the motto of how the development has been and experience has been. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Let's see what the new Yoru looks like. So, a new default picture and new default config, as well as several new configs. These are all career ready, career focused. Info files created. There still need to be some touch up, like descriptions and such. But let's go ahead and just get out the main version. And let's talk about it. So, man, I don't even know where to begin with all the changes. It's a whole new animal. Models were updated and adjusted. Engines were completely redone. Sounds were completely redone and custom done. Shout out to MK, who has done a lot of work on it with colorable DRLs and the whole engine sound overhaul. Just a lot of hands went into this. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's in a good spot. It's looking really good. It's feeling really good. This is the RS version, so this is the 2.0 motor. So let's talk a little bit about the Yoru. So when it first came out, at least in the first beta, we went ahead and made a forum page for it. And looking back, that probably wasn't the best step. The vehicle modding, the people that enjoy vehicle modding in the forums and that community is very different than those that enjoy the crew overall. And looking back, I don't think I did a very good job at all explaining what it was on that forum page, and it led to some very charged emotions, some very heated emotions in there, and some mixed feedback. We took that to heart and we doubled down and worked really hard to make this, I don't know, a better, higher quality mod and raise the expectations for it. And through the combination of just grinding away on the mod and all that, I didn't do a great job of explaining the progress and what to expect. A lot of people felt left in the dark, and for all of that, I apologize. I definitely could have done a better job and will do a better job in the future. But the Yoru now is in a better spot than ever. It sounds different. The parts are I don't know. Let's just explore it and enjoy it. I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about on that note. This is the RS. So basically, let's talk about what the Yoru is, right? So the Yoru is, at least in a lore-wise, a joint venture with Hiroshi. So it's built off the Sunburst chassis. It is modified. The lines are different. The J-beam is adjusted. The part models is all new. Custom bodywork, custom J-beam for that as well. It has 2 new engines. Let's go ahead and pull over and take a look at them. If we go ahead and hide the hood. Let's look at the end. Actually, we can just look at the whole tree. So this is the more high-end version of the engine. It's 4-cylinder transverse. This is out of the VipVap, the Vishu Plus mod. So shout out to VipVap and letting us use this engine. Then alternatively, for lower trim models, we have the 1.8 that uses the base vanilla Corvette engine, also transverse. And with it, you will see a different, let's go back to this engine, a different organization of the engine parts. So you have engine blocks. It gives you a rating. I don't really like the whole stage 1, stage 2. I try to get away from that as much as we can, where it makes sense. So, billet, stock, forge, functionally the same way. You have cylinder sleeves that will also increase strength, and then some race type parts also work with it. And some foresight there. You have stroker kits to change the size of the motor. Some valve change just to change the RPM. We have engine management stuff. Let's see, we got turbochargers. This one has 3 turbochargers. We'll talk about a really cool turbocharger in a second. Let's see, downpipe, hood exit, of course. Something really neat that MK introduced is the afterfire kit. So tons of afterfire choices. And these are actually all tunable in the tuning as well. So you can really make your Yoru sound exactly the way you want it. The same tuning options or the same tuning depth goes with the exhaust systems. So a couple of different exhaust systems there. Then we have some intakes here. Looks like actually this one only has the single intake. Another version has other intakes, I think, on a different turbocharger. But you get the idea. Lots of transmissions to choose from. For better or for worse, we went with engine code names. I really like that idea. I know it's not perfectly lore friendly, but I mean, who knows these transmission codes anyways? It gives it, I think, a better factory touch. Then of course we have some others that were thrown in the mix as well. Additional parts, at least for this engine, not on the stock one, but we have different valve covers that are paintable, aluminum covers for, I think, the inserts, that little insert piece there, and then different wire colors. All that came from VipVap, so appreciate that in the Bishu Plus. Then with that, yeah, we just have some custom bumpers. There's a second body style that's for rallying. There's been a lot of cleanup with the mod, and it needed it. The other thing to mention too, though, is that this is still, part Sunburst, right? So it still runs very similar suspension. In fact, the old suspension is still accessible, so it does run the same core suspension. But when you go into, let's say, struts, you have your struts, and then you have the vanilla struts that fit on the Sunburst. There is slight differences with them, but overall, it was kind of necessary to give it the ride height we needed. My favorite part, for no reason at all, is the steering wheel. It's a Bishu, and it has paddle shifters. That was fun to make. It took like all 10 minutes. I was excited. Another little fun thing is we changed the infotainment screen. So when you start it up, has that Bishu picture. We might change this again later. I don't know if I discovered how to do it with the best picture I had at the time, and then went with it. Yeah, it's I think it's a lot of fun. And after seeing through all the miscommunication and whatnot, I think a lot of people are excited for this as well. And so, to be perfectly transparent, or as transparent as we possibly can, also I think time of day is still rolling, so let's go back to sunrise plus an hour and stop playing. I apologize, I think the latest beta left the time of day turned on, so by default your map will turn on. We'll turn it back off in the next update. But so roadmap, let's talk about the roadmap, and I'd like to be as transparent as possible. However, it's tough because things change, issues arise, and things get delayed. But the current plan is for this to be one of the last betas. There might be a small little beta in between, but one of the last main overhaul betas of the car. And then hopefully end of August, early September, that early fall range, we hope to get this out into a public release of what we have so far, and hopefully onto the BeamNG repo. I don't really see a reason why it won't be, but you just never know if hiccups come up. This is our first car mod. Everybody that's worked on this team this is their first car mod, and we've learned a lot. MK is the only one that really had big experience, and he came in at the end to help clean some things up. But this mod has taught us a lot of things. It taught us a lot of how the game works with cars, how the J-beam states work. The part system stuff that Tristan's been working on lately probably wouldn't have been possible without his understanding and him getting his hands dirty with this mod. I learned a lot about part organization, J-beam organization. We made missteps and we learned from them. And so I think overall, personally, I think it's a great success. I enjoy the car. I love the car. I think it looks fantastic, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Let us know what you think of it. I guess the spoiler might be too heavy for the trunk. Let me know. I guess let us know, yeah, what your thoughts are on the. I think that trunk's closing. Okay, we'll make a note of that. Trunk doesn't close. Little things like that, little bugs like that need to get re-ironed out, because I know we did fix that at some point. So, and lastly, for those that did purchase the Yoru beta, there's two ways to access the Yoru beta. If you have gold membership, you already got it. You're good. Just you should be able to download it. If you did purchase it before for $3, that money went straight to the modeler, Spurster. So shout out to Spurster in making this beautiful, beautiful mod. I think we all learned a lot from it, and yeah, it's just exciting. I'll be totally transparent. There was a time where I didn't want to. Obviously, I was going to continue the mod and finish the mod, but there was a time I thought to myself, with this kind of blowback and the work that I put into this, I don't think I'll ever do a vehicle mod again. And so that's why I say I don't know if there's going to be an Evo 9, 8, or 7. That's kind of since changed this last week as I've really understood better what the community was saying, and I see where I had poor communication and where the mismatch of thoughts were. I think the community thought this was something of like a Gavril Barstow Mark IV level, and then the scope was never to get there. The original scope was just straight body part changes, nothing else, and then we're like, well, we need to change the chassis to really complete the look. Well, now we change everything, or most everything. And so with that, though, I've since kind of, like I said, I thought, maybe I think I was reading the room wrong, and I'm open to working on more. I definitely enjoy working on vehicle parts, but a big overhaul vehicle like this it took a lot of work. So I'm not sure how many more of these we're going to see. But if you are interested in more of these, obviously let me know. Give us the feedback. We really look forward to seeing that. And again, shout out to Spurster. And I don't think I finished that thought. So if you purchased the beta previously for $3, you should still have access to it. I essentially just edited that post. So you should be able to just download it, the new zip, replace it, and you should be good there. But I only wanted you to really only pay $3 once, and it's more of a donation even to Spurster. So yeah, that's everything I want to talk about this. I had a lot to get off my chest there. Thanks for listening. I missed all the chats in between that, and I will drive around and play with the car a little bit and get to chat more. So it's appreciated. A modern rear-wheel Japanese sports car. Sorry, we talked about the next. Yeah, a Supra-like thing. That would be pretty cool. I've definitely, especially before when I was more passionate about these vehicle mods or in a better mood with them, there were so many ideas I had, and that was one of them. No wagon, shame. I thought about it because there are Evo wagons. They're super rare. I've seen like 4 in my life. But I'll be honest, when I see them, I'm not like, oh, that looks good. It would be cool to have a wagon. We should probably put the hood back on too. Back before I put the hood on, you guys want to see some crazy parts? So let's go to... We're going to keep this engine on. Let's go to... So there's an aftermarket turbocharger. Doesn't look really any different. Is that filter? Okay, I thought the filter texture broke again. Ugh. I tell you, this car has given me borderline PTSD from things that work one day and then break another day because something else goes wrong. Let's check out this twin turbocharger set that I was completely surprised by Spurster. Look at that thing. Isn't that nuts? I would have never thought to do something like that. To let you know of the modeler, the type of modeler Spurster is, these headers here, they're all equal length. By design, he measured and everything, made them equal length. I love that. That's amazing. Let's get a proper hood on. Do the twin turbo cut hood. I think that works. Go. So obviously a bit more of a rowdier version. Big turbo noises. I mean, they are intended for non-Evo models. Oh, what are we talking about? Oh, for the wagon. Yeah, that's true. That's true. State cars are coming in England. Oh, that'd be cool. Spurster says, this was a very heavy project for me too. I'd be down to scale back to simple body kits though. I hear that, Spurster. I hear that, absolutely. This was a big learning experience, and we scope crept the heck out of this, and yeah, we bit off just more than we can chew, I think, which is good. It was very ambitious, and we grew a lot, and I think the next thing we work on together, we dial it back and enjoy it more, right? This was a product of pain, but now we get to enjoy the fruits of that growth. I'll put it that way. Yeah, look at those big turbos. And of course, you can't have turbos out the hood without a hood exit. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, do the hood exit, do the adjusted hood for that. Make a show car out of this, that would be pretty cool. It's a great looking car. Those big old hood exits, I love it. Just right out the backs. So another thing, there's some sound changes that might need to change. I like the loud turbos, especially on a hood exit variant. Yeah, I haven't even begun to do the drag configs or the inevitable drift config of this. I don't even know how it's going to perform in that instance. We do have kind of a track plus version. Maybe we can pull that out real quick. The idea I was thinking with this one is just like, I forget what BMW it is, but there's a BMW, I think a 4 series or a 3 series. That essentially is a race spec of like the most raced out version that it can be. We'll just spawn this in. Unicorn vibes, yeah, absolutely. So this one has a roll cage, different interior, different steering wheel, kind of maxed out all the carbon fiber it can have. It's a good time. I think it needs some real track tuning and testing though. Maybe we'll have to do some of that. Really dial it in. I really want to dial in the configs. And oh, another thing, we updated the colors obviously. And most of these colors are from some version of a Lancer or Evo through the generations, along with some extras. So for you real enthusiasts out there, there's a color for you. I don't know why license plates just do not work. It's not the Yoru's fault. It doesn't work on really any car, so I'm just gonna take them off. Other little features that we thought were really important to include. Sorry, I know I was gonna read chat, but I'll get back to it in just a second. Is the front area. Let me find it. It should be in alphabetical order. Front bumper. So this front bumper is, what'd you call it? Maybe modularized? So if you didn't want, for instance, the lip on the bottom, you could take that off for whatever reason. Took out the middle section. I think we have an under tray on right now. Let me take that off. There we go. So if you want to like kind of take off the front pieces there. The grill bars, you can take off the grill bar. In fact, there's so many different versions of grill bar. Grill bars that have aero ducts in them, some slots in there. We have different frames as well. This isn't super new, but they've been touched up a bit. Oh, we have badging, which is super awesome. Check out these badges. I'm a little too far. It says Yuru Akuma there, RS. So there's badging for all the trims other than the Akude, however you say that trim. Didn't end up making that one. Yeah, there's a lot here, and it's I think it's a good time. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm excited for it when it goes free, because I don't know, with all the mods that we enjoy, especially all the vehicle mods, it's nice to put something of our own out there that people can enjoy and add to the list of cars that you'd want to play with. Bella says, "I can't wait to buy gold again." That's funny. Do you mean like resubscribe? I thought you were already subscribed. Also, shoot me a message, Bella. I have some questions about your mod processes, and maybe there's something we can do together. Highlighter paint. Yeah, I like it though. This really says like, hey, this is fast. Like, I bought the top tier trim. I like this. Team Neon, Yoru confirmed. Ooh, too bad most of you guys already had chassis updates, huh? What does Yoru mean? Great question. Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. We spent some time coming up with a name. Fun fact of the past or whatever, tidbit. The original name was going to be Hikari. It's going to be the Ibishu Hikari. Like, files were named and everything. And then our good friend who knew nothing about the project, Expo Sam, and his HMT mods and whatnot, made a Hikari tuning company for the Sunburst. And I immediately called him, just laughing. It was so funny because, like, man, great minds think alike, huh? Like, day 2 of the Sunburst coming out, and we both started mods that start with Hikari or whatever. So we had to do a name change. Yoru means, I think, something with moon, moonlight, or something, or lunar. Maybe, I think it might mean lunar. Can't exactly remember, and obviously it depends on who you ask and what it actually translates to. But the idea was to be kind of similar to the Sunburst, but different. Yeah, I did a little bit of a write-up for the lore, and it kind of explains how this is more of a partnership, not a competition deal. Obviously, it's going to lead to a diverse community, but it's not really what it's about. FD server been updated yet? Do you know? Not yet. It's going to get updated here real soon. Should we actually talk? Should we move on from the Yoru? Should we load it? Should we talk about the new Pepper Valley beta that's coming out or just came out? I think I set all the betas to schedule out, so they're kind of already all out. Let's go ahead and hop into Pepper Valley. And then real quick too, there's the non-RS version. Sorry, one last tidbit. It's kind of a watered down version. Let's do, I don't know, we just did a bright color. I don't know, let's do the front wheel drive version. More basic, more tame. So if you don't want to go the full Evo route, kind of dial it back a little bit. Then of course the rally configs, which still need a little more touch up with body panels and such. Also need some UV skin stuff, but we're having some UV issues, and there's a real possibility, again, transparency, that we don't end up getting skins for the car. It'd be a shame, but I think it might require a ton of rework to get right, and so it might not happen. So that's the Yoru. Let's head over to Pepper Valley. Stop 3 out of 5. We're halfway there. I believe we're only halfway there. Okay, first thing you're going to notice is new images. Well, not new images, but images. So now let's say you want to go to Orlando, you can. You'll also notice several other tracks. Essentially every track for FD is now finished in Pepper Valley. It still needs some touch up, it still needs some love, some decorations and such, but for the most part it's 99% of the way there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so this is gonna be Pepper Valley version 6.0. Put some pepper on it. I like that. So here we spawned in Orlando. Gone are the days of having to drive to every track. You can hit the map button. I don't know why it's doing this, but there's nothing in this category, and I haven't really figured out what this category is. I haven't looked into it very hard. But if you go to here, quick travel points, all the locations. Let's go on a little drive. Let's take the Euro route too, because we didn't really drive that enough. Let's go with the Kude. So this one might be kind of loud, and this was a fun little trim. I wanted to do kind of another brand partnership, almost like Nismo to Nissan. So these are Kude rims, and I don't know, it has the roof scoop. I really like the roof scoop. Some people don't love it, but let's take a little tour of Pepper Valley and its updates. We'll schedule the event post-haste. Yeah, if McGrory's around, I meant to send you a link before the stream started. We can go ahead and get this in server. So Pepper Valley is a gold membership beta. However, we do include it on our FTRP server, so you are free to join that and play with it. Obviously, we don't put many of our mods that are in beta onto servers, but this is one, we'll put it out there. So, this is English Town. We've seen this before, this isn't new. In fact, I don't know if it's really even been touched up. This obviously isn't a drift car, but we can pretend it is. Yeah, pretty good layout. Again, this is the idea here is to feel like English Town, but in Johnson Valley, or Pepper Valley in this case. Essentially the same thing. So obviously we're missing a lot of the greenery, but the overall feel of the track I think is there. Could be prettier, and I don't know about these. I like the look of the concrete barriers, but they are a pain to drift along. Road close sign is still up, mainly because I forgot about it. But next time by, we'll definitely remove those. We have the little side rally track here. No changes here, but I do want to make some changes. I want to rework this, actually. I don't like the way it slows down there. And road construction. That map is... Wait. The first map thing is for free missions, if I recall right. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I would have started with quick travel points, to be honest. Does anyone else feel like the Yoru can be very twitchy at times? Not sure. Maybe it's different. I know the Sunburst, it does handle very similarly to the Sunburst, for better and for worse. What about Utah Motorsports Campus? We'll get to that, Wolf. We'll get there. Megori's in bed. All right, so this will probably... Well, I might put it on the servers. I know Megori is now in charge of the multiplayer servers and such, making sure they work well. So I was gonna have run through the proper channels, have him put it in, but I might try to put it in tonight. I know he's in the middle of some rework for it, so I don't want to get too much in the way. Yeah, so this is St. Louis. We just had our FD event here. Great time. My new teammate, Lizzie, actually won the competition, which is awesome to see. It always feels good. Well, it doesn't feel good to lose. Her and I battled. But it feels good when your teammate, or even the person you lost to, wins the event. It's like, okay, I lost to the winner. That makes sense. You can always tell yourself, I could have gotten second place kind of thing. So shout out to Lizzie, well done. Let's go ahead and remove this UI real quick. Forgot when I was making the trailer. What'd you guys think of that trailer, by the way? I really had a good time making it. It actually was a pretty short turnaround with it. It's kind of a last-minute late idea. I wish I was a voice actor, because essentially I accidentally wrote a poem about the Yoru, or really about the branded issue. That was kind of the point of perspective with that. And it's a good time. We'll have to release that independently soon. This is Seattle. So this has been in the last beta. We're getting to the new stuff, I promise. Seattle has had some touch up. It should be less bumpy, or we introduce new bumps. I don't really know. Off to the right, you see a incomplete motocross track because the 3D model the world data I used to make the 3D model to get it into the game, had it here. So I was like, oh, let's not lose this little piece of Seattle history, whatever history it was from, like 2018 or whatever. But the bumps are a bit smoother. I think it could be done even better, but I haven't spent the proper time on it, if I'm honest. Big shout out to Tess as well, who helped to do some of the terrain painting. Really sped up the process as well. She referred to it like coloring. So when I sent it to her, I called it, here's your coloring book kind of thing. Go ahead and color between the lines. This is St. Louis, or sorry, this is Seattle. Polished up, but not really overall new. But now let's get to the new stuff. Trailer was awesome and nice. No more barriers for rally. Yeah, that's a good idea for the rallycross. Yeah, we need to make adjustments on that ending of the big straight. Here is the Utah track. I think I will bring out a drift car here in a second. Maybe now. A little pit area here. This is the end of the return line. Go ahead and pull in and get a drift car. Add voice effects, or try to make your voice deeper to give it more commercial tone. I tried. I went so far to look into like AI voice work, and it was just not good. I tried the FX. Anytime it goes deeper, it just sounded really weird. And I did have a version of it that had some reverb involved, but it felt weird. Maybe I'll release a version of that. What am I doing? I'm trying to get a new car. Let's see. Let's go with this. This is my vanilla drift car, because I really don't enjoy the vanilla drift car, but this is like my version of it. And you saw it in the trailer as well. Road 4 truck racing on the dirt track. That would be cool, but it's way too small for it. That little infield dirt track, it would be best for like the Hiroshi, what's it called, the Arata or whatever. Bought the Euro beta. Appreciate it, Revan. I'm sure Sperser appreciates it as well. Hope you enjoy it. I think it goes without saying too, or it probably doesn't, that's my communication problem, is if you guys ever have issues with the mods, or you're really like, I did not get my value out of that, feel free to always message me. My DMs are open. I don't think I've yet to deny a refund request. Now if you've had it for like months and you're like, I want all the refunds, well, that might be an issue, but Yeah, we try to be as fair and nice as we can, because at the end of the day, this is a game, and at the end of the day, you're donating and supporting us, and we really appreciate it. So if you need money sent back, or if something was purchased by accident, or you weren't satisfied, let me know. Happy to do a refund. What I prefer you not do is get upset and angry and start calling people names. No place for that. If possible, could you try add adjustable no traffic to make RLS more accessible? So RLS works off of a setting that's already in the game. Sorry, just want to touch on this super quick. You go to your options and you go to gameplay. There is a slider for amount of traffic vehicles. It works off that. I'm not sure if the parked vehicles work, but there is a new menu, which I'll have to show in a second, that way you can turn off traffic. Okay, let's do a lap. This is Utah. Here we go. Probably should have turned on nitrous. We got initiation zone here. Here's my next gear. There it is. It's a pretty fast track, very open. Clutch cook to get it back going again. Honestly, I think this is going to be a pretty easy track. Oh, we washed out. There we go, across the finish line. Pretty simple. Nothing too crazy. Go and spray some nitrous for maybe one more pass. Yeah, return lane off to the left here. Why are we... Oh, I think we turned off the car on accident. All right, here we go. So yeah, this is the return lane, and definitely encourage drivers to use this, or reset, whatever. And as always, when you're in competition or even just on the server, just, you know, have your car reset at the pits. Nobody likes a guy clogging up the lanes. This just returns you back. Is Pepper coming to silver? Not at the moment, no. It probably... Silver is really meant for career maps. And in fact, I saw somebody asked about the Utah map. We'll talk about that in just a second. Basically, there has been work done to it, and next week my plan is to do a lot more work to it and hopefully get a beta out here real soon. But let's do one more run. Let's do it from the lead's perspective as well. For me, parked cars can block delivery points on missions. This is true. If you get close enough, you should be able to access it. And also, if you get out of your vehicle and your car is nearby, you can still essentially use the delivery menu that way. As long as your car is nearby, it's good. Race, tighten your mic stand. What's wrong with the mic stand? Wait, are you hearing every time I move my cord? Hold on. Are you hearing this? Is that what you're hearing? Yeah, we'll work on a better mic stand at some point. Alright, let's do another one. Here we go. Imagine the mic falls down and ends the stream. That would be so sad. Car feels a lot better. Nitrous on. I'll be honest, I'm not used to drifting BXs. I don't really drift them anymore. Like my big Bastions or my K series, that's an over rotation. Oh man, I feel like I've seen that done at Utah in real life. I think the biggest struggle for this track, from a driver's perspective in competition, is just overdoing it. And people are going to overdo it and over angle, and it's going to be tough for the judges. So there you have it. That's Utah. Let's continue our tour as we head over to the final track. It's kind of a long, sweeping right-hand corner. The original plan was all these access roads to kind of add up to a big racetrack. However, I don't know if we're going to get to that point. It would require a lot of rework as well. A little dip because why not? Over to the right we have not garages. Over to the right we have a parking area for staging and whatnot, pit area. And then welcome to Irwindale, another oval track. This is based off the Irwindale map data. In fact, I'll even prove it. It's really fun to see. Got Irwindale here. Unhide this. Oh, that's not it. Where is it? Nope. Here we go. Here's the Irwindale from a 3D model. One of the challenging parts is where is it? I don't know where it is. I think there's like an ambulance somewhere that really messed up some train edits, but yeah, so essentially this is the blueprint for making it. You can see you have all the drift lines, we have initiation zones, we have what do you call them? I guess clipping zones and whatnot. This clipping zone would really be over here. All that is in the game, or overlaid, I guess, underlaid, however you want to say it. It's as one-to-one as I could get it, and that goes for Utah, Seattle, St. Louis, basically Englishtown, and after Englishtown is when I figured out how to use it. So, oh, actually Orlando had the same thing too. Let's do a track, or just do a lap at Irwindale. Oh, Justin Revs in the chat, welcome. Joe, it's good, brother. Works really well with RLS systems. Don't even have to start a new save. Oh, what is Joe working on? What's going on? Gaming is this official RLS maps community mod made with the tool they made. Oh, I must have missed some stuff. This track's gonna make be fast, amazing. Yeah, talking about Utah. Irwindale closed in real life. Yeah, and that's I'll be honest. There was a fire under me to get this done because I was for some reason afraid the world data was gonna disappear at some point because the track is, the track's demolished. The track does not exist anymore. So now all we have is memories and recreations of it. So kind of an important, map, important piece of history here. Let's see. Please do this with Long Beach. I will look into redoing Long Beach. Long Beach was the first one we made. We can look into it. Let's do a lap. Let's do a lap at Irwindale. I have not driven this in a long time, or since I made it, really. And not high on the bank at all. I used the mesh wall technique so that way we can ride the bank a bit better. Car is having all kinds of problems. Got bad alignment issues. That front right is all messed up. Oh, that's undrivable. All right, let's try again. Oh, wait, no. Bracket Utah. No worries, we have map travel now. Over to Irwindale. What we don't have is the map markers on the map. That's the part that's missing. That's what feels different. We need to get that fixed. Irwindale starts with an I. There we go. Use your pro car. So I can't use my pro car because I actually don't have the career collection enabled at the moment. There's a good reason why. Let's try to do a lap. A better lap this time. There we go. Kind of a late initiation. Bit higher on the bank, low angle, and totally came out of angle. There we go. Touch and go. When you're going a lot faster, that is a very scary wall to turn towards. Oh man, this car is not happy. Yeah, I would do better on a pro car for sure. That's Irwindale. It also works as a full oval track if wanted, and there's even this other side section. I don't really know why you would want this. Then just, a huge paved infield. Really bumpy right here. I need to come back and smooth this. This will get polished up at some point. Ooh, I know what's going to go here. I think it's no secret that eventually career mode will find its way to Pepper Valley. There's going to be a special thing right here. I'm excited. I already know what's going to be. Hopefully it happens before 2026, but I don't know. We'll see. And finally, wrap everything up. You have this extremely long, almost Le Mans inspired straight all the way back to Long Beach. Want to do no prep half-mile racing or maybe full-mile racing, whatever. This is a long one. Here's the drag strip off to our left now. So definitely you can see some top speeds. Eventually we'll have brake markers so you know when the big Long Beach turn is coming. There you go. Almost. It was almost cool. So all tracks are in. Super excited because now I don't have to think about it as we continue on in the FDRP season. Man, all right, we're getting there. Two more things to talk about. 2 more betas to go through. You guys having fun? Do we need a break? Do we need a little bit of a reset? I don't think we do. I want to keep going. Let's see what's going on. Use the drift slide. The drift side. Use the drift side. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, I might know what you mean by that. Enable the collection. We'll do it at the very end of the stream. Finding FD picks to make the events and make sure none of them have matte fields in them. That's funny. Get hash tricks. We need this. What are we talking about? Oh, maybe more multiplayer events. Want a break from the ads? Oh gosh, Gerald, that stung. That hurt deep. Ugh. Oh man. I mean, it was a clever ad, whoever did that, but that triggered some PTSD. Okay, let's talk race tab. I know there's a lot of, expressions of wanting race tab. It's here, it's in beta, it's released. A lot of new things. I'm trying to think back and remember them all. Let's just kind of go through everything one by one. Bella says, I feel bad for anyone who uses the chopped cabs in career once they are out. I'm almost driving blind. That's funny. Okay, so the best way to figure out what all is in race tab is if you search in the vehicles for race tab and then expand configurations. Here are, what's this, 4 plus 5, what, 4 times 5, 20 configs that are in the race tab mod. So the idea here is if there's a car, there are race tab parts available. Doesn't mean it has every single race tab part, but it's kind of to give you an idea of where the race tab parts are. There are some exceptions, like the injection system is universal, right? So it's gonna be across everything. So this is a bit of a showcase car, a carbon drift. Let's talk about this. This is the ATK 800. So this adds carbon bits. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. It's pretty enjoyable. Adds a, I guess, kind of a new look. This actually is a drift variant as well. Kind of fitting. We're at Long Beach, big e-brake hold. I actually really enjoy this config. It feels great. Maybe we should have used this in Irwindale. Man, why can't I do that in competition, huh? You'll also notice fender exits. So this is actually a petrol V8, so it has dual fender exits out both sides. Can I see the flames? And then lastly, we open the hood. I think this one has it. Oh, it does not. We added some painted intakes, so you can paint this cover. I don't know if the V8 actually has it. It might only actually be on the diesels. So we have that. We have the race tab, the drift wagon, which this is a diesel. So again, diesel fender exit. If you remember, this was the original inspiration of the whole 800 getting any kind of race tab stuff. Fender exits are why you can't do this in competition. Read the rules, rule list. Sorry, William, I'm sorry. The Formula Drift RP director's onto me. So this has this nice side exit for the diesel, which I think is really fun. I love seeing all that smoke. We did do a custom intake for it just to generate more smoke. I will say, these race tab parts plus, what do you call it? Collection items, oh my gosh. Amazing. Like this with the HMT tune is a whole nother animal. It spits fire and diesel smoke. It is fantastic. And it's not a sequential as we just destroyed that gear. So we have, yes, a drift wagon just to showcase the race tab diesel parts. Go ahead and finish this corner. That's about how I do, which is bad. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have? Needs a Cummins, that'd be fun. Oh yeah, I hear that feedback. What is... Let me try something. What it is well, I bet I can do that differently. My headset, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, next time by, we're gonna not use the headset plugged into the mic, but instead plug the mic into the computer directly, because what you're hearing is the scraping of the headset cord through the mic, unless you get a wireless mic, but I really don't want to get a new mic. Or not mic, a headset. I don't want to get a new wireless headset. Okay, let's look at the truck. So we only have one D series. This is the Race Tab parts truck. So this coupled with other mods really is a lot better, but this being, you know, its own standalone mod, obviously we have to go with only vanilla configs. Let's just take a look at all the Race Tab parts available here. So every Race Tab part, if you search Race Tab, every Race Tab part will show up. So here we have a Race Tab boost mapping and launch controls. That's used for the Dale truck. Super helpful. Angleless. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's fair enough. Front coilovers. We have these Race Tab no prep front coilovers. They're just more long travel. Kind of allows the truck to really rear up. I guess we have a Race Tab off-road and independent front suspension. This was, again, for even more travel. I don't think it fit this truck very well. That's why we didn't include it on this one. This has the Race Tab engine long block. So instead of a stage 1, stage 2, you can do a Race Tab long block. This is really helpful if you're going to run injection systems, because the Race Tab injection systems don't work with performance long blocks, especially in other modded blocks. With that, though, if you need to increase the strength of your Race Tab long block, you just change your sleeve. Of course, these are all come with different prices, but this is really the strength of your block, where it comes from. We have Race Tab ECU that is more unlocked. I think it goes up to 10k RPM and really low idles, things like that. We also have Runic's twin turbo ECU, because this is what he made specifically for his rear turbo mount turbos that he made. Exhaust manifolds, it's not on this truck. We have the Runic's Racing Bed Twin Turbo. This is what's used on the Dale truck. I'm gonna pop those on real quick. Those bad boys. Whew. Love it. Of course, the flames come out in the proper spot. That's important. Let's go ahead and go back to our regular. I think it was this one. I can't remember. Oh man, I can hear that movement now. It's bothering me. Let me try something. There, maybe. Hold on, wait for it. One more adjustment. Sorry, I hate hearing the feedback as much as you guys do. Maybe more. I'm one of those, like, I can't stand like open mouth chewers. If I hear someone, sometimes I can't stand myself hearing myself chew. Is that nuts? Anyways. Is it still scraping? Oh, this is why. What is this? Hold on. Sorry, more noises. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Okay. I think that's gonna be better. Okay, so moving on. Injection system. We have the injection system. We've seen that before. The Race Tab 6-liter V8 engine. It's a new engine, basically to support the parts. Rune also has its own 429 engine that's more meant for the Dale truck as well. Transmission. We have a Race Tab 10-speed transmission, and the reason why it's on this truck specifically and why it's blue is this is kind of inspired to give you the same feel as Cletus's Ford F-150 truck. I don't think it has a name. You know what I'm talking about, the little 10-speed kind of drag truck. That's the idea, except this is a little bit more stock version of that. Justin, sometimes I can't stand myself. Same, brother, same. That's funny. It comes with a Race Tab torque converter, which gives you all kinds of tuning options. And let's see, Race Tab valve train to increase the RPM of the engine. And there you go. That's all the parts on this truck. Give it a little rip. This would be good on the street, though. Let's go to the street. This makes about 900 horsepower, if I remember correctly. It is a supercharged variant. Oh, that's a little quick. Fun fact, too, with the rear bed turbos, you can now have a rear bed turbo setup and a supercharger setup if you want too much horsepower. Go ahead and do a little pull here. Put it in 4-wheel drive. Oh, that camera. I don't like that camera. I don't like that camera. Okay, we're not going to do that camera. Let's get off the ECU or ESC. Sorry. Get off the ESC. Trans brake. Foot down. The idea is that it's supposed to be quick and go through the gears quickly and supercharge and noises and yeah. Okay, let's do another pull. Slow it down. Don't wreck the truck. Oh, don't wreck the truck. Hold on, we got it. Don't panic. Panic is the enemy. Perfect. Just a truck doing truck things. And the music stopping. That's why it got so quiet. Let's go with this. I haven't played this playlist. I've been gathering stuff. Oh, actually, no, I don't like that playlist. No. Let's listen to Shift Tab's music, because we shared this account. Alright, so, yeah, let's do another pull here. Also has a manual mode if you like manually shifting your gears. All 10 speeds. I think we have some damage. It's pulling pretty bad to the left. Fender exit when? Huh, never thought about that. Oh, I was reading chat. Crash physics still in check. The drive shaft's gone. Okay, well, you get the idea. What do we got next? The limo. You've seen the limo showcase probably. It's just an H series with more seats. I think it holds 14 or 15 people in career. It's only for the long stuff. So if you open up the door here, you can access your limo. There you go, limo seats. Took all of, I don't know. The thing is, these are all just small little updates that add up to more, right? Small little mods that just enhance the experience. And honestly, it's almost like my scratch notes. It's like my doodling while I'm eating lunch. I'm like, oh, what if I made this little part real quick? All right. We have a Legrand Civetta drift. So long ago, Scrunkles, when we were in a chat, and I was like, hey, what do you want? He said, I want a Scintilla swapped Legrand. I was like, okay, let me do it. Let me try. Actually, it was a little harder than expected, and I learned a lot in the process. There is also other mods that do Legrand swaps, but I don't know. I did it for him, and now we have it. This is a drift variant that I don't know what I was thinking when I made the config, but I don't think it drifts very well. So that might need to get revised or something. There's the Civetta engine in there. It sits really low. Be careful with that. That is the Civetta engine. All kinds of parts with this one as well. Let's go to... Let's look at the no prep drag real quick. This one is... Is it a... I don't think it's a Bolide engine. Sorry, I don't know. Sorry, I think I said it's a Scintilla engine. It's actually a Bolide. It's out of the Bolide. And this is the Bolide engine, yeah. This is turbocharged, no prep inspired, nitrous build. It's not nitrous build, it's a turbocharged and nitrous build. Open up the trunk, you'll find nitrous, lots of it. I got a little carried away. I thought it was kind of fun. The exhaust clips through the trunk, but you know, so be it. Let's go ahead and, oh, this one does not have a trans brake, I forgot. I'm not sure why I didn't. For some reason I didn't put it on at the time. I'm gonna foot brake it. That front end really lift up. She hooks. Makes good power. Oh no. The Valley might not have been the best place to test all these things. How much LO can your car handle? I don't know. Justin Revs, Holy Bottles, Batman. That's funny. This has added an Easter egg of another RLS staff member for y'all to find in the next update. Sweet, I can't wait to see it. I forgot about your bus RV thing. I need to play career mode. My plan this weekend is just to play a lot of career. Enjoy it. I found out how to get extra grip, but put duct tape on the rims. Oh gosh. All right, so let's look at the last bolide here. This is just a simple Legrand. I keep calling it a bolide. This is a simple bolide with a Legrand engine. Nothing really fancy on this one. Just naturally aspirated. This is the same paint color as the base bolide, same wheels. If you have a look at the base bolide, there it is, yellow, the wheels, yellow, it has wheels. You get the idea. Other parts that we skipped over. Let's see, we have so many chrome parts. If you guys saw Crystal, the Legrand donk that I built, what is this? Shave front fender. Oh, I guess I had to shave the fenders. Lots of chrome parts. Lots and lots of chrome parts. All the chrome parts. It was really fun. I kind of want to make more chrome parts. It's not hard to make chrome parts. I guess you kind of have to have a use case for it, right? Why do we have a windshield? We have a chrome windshield. There you go. So it's kind of subtle, but there's a lot of chrome. Let's paint this black real quick. Oh, that chrome. There's more chrome on the front, but I don't think it's on this front bumper. Man, shift out of music is really chill. What do you guys think of it? I don't think we have chrome on the wide body stuff. Take off the wide body. Base tab. We have like a chrome push bar or bull bar. We have both, I guess. Put some chrome on it. Have some chrome there. There you go. Getting even more chrome. All you chrome fans. I know there's a chrome grill. I think you gotta search chrome on that. I don't think I made that one. There we go. Chrome. The future SpongeBob reference. I love it. Oh, that's freaking funny. Everything gets chrome. Lansdale race tub parts when? I don't know, Joe. I don't like the Lansdale. I'm not a fan. I'm not a minivan fan. I'm sorry. I mean, unless I'm moving a bunch of furniture, it's not my taste. I don't enjoy it. Okay, so let's talk about the MD series. Check out this MD series. Pretty neat. I really like it. Cool truck. You can buy this in career mode. Oh, fun fact. I snuck in a race tab dealership in one of the previous public releases. So if you get the race tab parts, you'll get also a race tab dealership that'll show up. Aaron Meggs, did you get enough beauty sleep? No. It's funny you mentioned that. I am running off of. Let's see. It was 4 plus 2 plus 3. 7, 8, 9. 9 hours in the last 3 days. I don't know what happened to me. I turned nocturnal. I just stay up all night and I sleep a little bit during the day. There's gonna be a big crash at some point, hopefully this weekend, and hopefully I get some real sleep and catch up and just go back to our normal schedule. But I have been absolutely nuts. Appreciate the $2 super chat. Minivans are Joe. Minivans are cool, sad face. You know, there's a following. I won't deny, and I respect those that like them. I just might not ride in yours. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not a minivan guy. Okay, so why do we have an MD series? What race tab parts are there? There's only one. Actually, oh, I left this in. Okay, I guess there's more. So the main one, and that this showcases, is that it's a 10-speed automatic. Same thing out of the D series. Nothing too special. I was just tired of the transmissions of the D series. We needed or the MD series. We needed something 10-speed to really move around the career maps. Felt a little bit better. I guess I didn't realize I kept this in. I meant to take this out because it's kind of buggy, but I mean, it does work. What is this? Oh, this is misspelled. First off, race tabe. We'll get that fixed. So air tanks. There's a race tab air tanks. Not really meant for this trek, is it? Oh, yes, it is. If we hide everything and we find, where's it? Let's just search for it again. So I added some air tanks to the MD series. The main reason why was because I also added a Racetab engine adapter that is, I would say, mediocre. This adds, honestly, I think I kept this because Megori said to keep it. Some people were like, no, we want it, even if it's like kind of jank. It allows you to add any engine from the D series in here. So I don't know, let's put a 5.5 in it. Another super chat, $2, Gerald. We should get a D series flatbed in 2026. That would be cool. I mean, there's already a good bit of D series flatbeds, I'd say. I think Gamer Parts did it. The problem with this engine is the meshes always sit super low. That's the main problem. And there's really no way of fixing this unless I individually went into every mod and changed it, right? So it has some excess mufflers you'd have to take off. The problem is when you put a gas engine in this, you don't have an air system anymore for your brakes, and you only have air brakes on the MD series. So that's why we had the giant air tanks. Is hopefully that's enough, you know, air for your brakes to last you at least around town or something. There's no regenerative process, which is kind of fun to think that your brakes have a very short life of working. You only use them so much. All right, let's keep going. Race tab. Let's take the engine adapter off so we don't get too confused, because now we're seeing D series race tab parts. Oh, with the D series engines, you need a race tab pickup fuel tank for it to start. So that's why there's that. That's the D series. Honestly, I thought there was only the transmission. I forgot. All right, let's keep going because we haven't even gotten to the groundbreaking mod after this. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about it. So then enters the chat Jordan, who has some amazing 3D modeling skills and really just vehicle modding skills. And anything I throw at him, I'm always surprised on how quickly he turns it around. This took him all of like, I don't know, I think it was less than an hour he did this. Welcome to the Roofless Miramar convertible 2-door. Does that look good or what? I love it. I'm surprised the devs didn't do a roofless version. Obviously the convertible part doesn't move, but you know, you can only do so much. Okay, I'll be honest, shift tabs music is a little slow. Let's bring this up a pace. We're slowing down. Not that one. I always start with that one. There we go. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Okay. The Bismoto Odyssey will make anyone a minivan fan. Bisimoto? Oh, that high horsepower one. I still don't like it. Will we get more race tab map? Not sure what you mean. If you mean parts, then yeah. I think race tab's gonna be an endless mod, to be honest. Whenever we think, hey, let's make something. Well, we don't know where to put it. Let's throw it in this mod. So yeah, roofless. There it is. I think there's another Miramar. No, there's not. Okay. Let's see what other race tab parts are here. Race tab. Okay, just the injection systems. I thought we had... I thought we did... Oh, okay. Let's go to the independent suspension. I'm not sure why that... Oh, because they need to be wide. I could have sworn we added drift steering. Interesting. I thought we had... Yeah, wait, am I going crazy? Hold on. Okay, maybe it was a different mod. I guess there's another mod out there that has drift steering, but anyways. Roofless, the Miramar. Alright, so another roofless, we have the burn slide. So, another burnside roof removal project, along with some drift steering from Drift Gear. Works actually really well. I really enjoy the way this thing drives. Let's look at the other parts here. So we got race tab interior you're gonna need for it. There's the Racetab 2-door Sport. You also have a chopped version, which isn't super different. Some custom interior panels that were required. Driftier suspension. Racetab power steering. It's the same power steering. It's just, you know, we had to name it. There you go. We're inside. I gotta dry this a little bit. Go back to shift tab music? Really? What do you guys think? What kind of music do you guys want? You want it slower or faster? Well, I don't really want to go faster, but do you want it slower? I've had doing the FD events and I had caps on. Yeah, it drifts really well. It has tons of angle. Overall, I think it's just an extra letter to the Burnside remaster. It's not like, you know, now the Burnside remaster is complete, but yeah, I think it needed this. Ooh, that was close. All right. Let's take a look at our next config. This is a simple convertible, just same thing, just to show what it looks like without the roll cage kind of thing. So we kind of already talked about this. And to add another option in the career mode, to be honest. So you can buy from a shop. Racetab Nebula, this is, you know, now we're in the Sunburst category. There's no new Racetab Sunburst parts. There is some revisions to the way the parts work together. There's all kinds of stuff. We have launch controls. This was the start of Racetab. The whole reason why I got started was because ShiftTab and I were like, the Sunburst needs more power. And that's where it got started. So, if you go to the engine, the Racetab long block, it has cylinder sleeves and valve trains. I think it used to do a cam thing, but we took that out. It wasn't working right. So nothing really new there, other than some really nice configs. I really like this Racetab Stage 1. We try to make a config for every kind of level of parts. This was back when we were kind of more focused on having an aftermarket kind of company, in a sense. Now it just does everything. Like this lowers chill music. Okay, all right. How about this? How about my chill music? I think that's a good concession. We'll start in the middle so we don't go to all the. Well, no, we're gonna start at the top. We got a lot to go through. Let's go with this one. New subscriber, welcome. I missed it. Okay, so finally, we have some T-Series parts. Don't worry, Bella. I'm not stepping on your turf. So this is a big old T-Series. I'll be honest here. Let me spawn the other one in. This is a this is a rollback version of the T-Series. And if you're wondering, everything you're seeing is all vanilla parts. There's just some extra configs. The reason why I made the configs in the first place, though, was to show off the Racetab 10-speed automatic transmission and 13-speed automatic transmission. So really not a lot of Racetab work done to it other than transmissions and I think some pretty cool T-Series that I would like to see and use in my career playthroughs if I can afford them. This is kind of the idea with this T-Series was to, you know, I was actually working on Utah at the time. I was thinking, oh, you know what? If we're gonna do off-road recovery stuff, we need a truck that will do it. And what better than this? Well, actually, there could be better things. But you know, if you got to pick up something big, maybe some heavy recovery that's slightly off-road, this would be your truck for it. And it has the little flappers on top. I love it. I haven't driven this. I haven't played the game enough. I haven't played with these cars enough. There you go. Any questions on Racetab? I'm gonna pay attention to the chat now. I'm gonna drive around a little bit. This doesn't have sport mode. Spin tire a little bit. You know what? I haven't gone down this road in forever. This was the very beginning of Pepper Valley. It was, you know what? I want to make a long road. Hence this far from perfect, now that I look at it, slightly jank road that goes around Pepper Valley. Race tab Pro chargers? That would be sick. Oh man, that would be fun. Hey, Hatrix, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. They stole your repo truck. Wait, did you have a repo truck, Joe? Play your game, Raceless. You always say you don't play enough. I'll enjoy your work. You're doing it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this weekend, tomorrow, I am going to try to do that. But I don't know. I do enjoy working. Call it a toxic trait of mine. I enjoy the work. And you know the difference is, I enjoy working on the things I want to do. When I worked at other companies and other jobs, I didn't necessarily enjoy working. Did you ever feel like, man, I'm not a go-getter, or I feel lazy, or I don't like working hard? I think the real issue may be that you haven't found your passion, or you're not using your passion. As soon as you start to really hook onto that passion and go all in on it, I think you'll find yourself working extremely hard and realize you were never lazy to begin with. I used to always think I was lazy, and now I know better. You're driving it? I know, I am driving. I'm doing the thing. Doing the thing. Look at that sleeper cab. Look at that. Oh. If there's anywhere I'd like to sleep, I would take that. That'd be fun. That'd be nice. We've got chest drawers there. All vanilla. All vanilla stuff I never really experienced. Is the update going to drop today? Yeah, so Career Overhaul beta's out. Is this song super quiet? Where's the music? Let's see. Let's do a little recap. We got Career Overhaul beta out. We have Yoru beta out. We have Race Tab beta, that's out. We have the Pepper Valley beta, just came out. I think we only have one more mod to go through. The real big breakthrough, the reason you probably hanging out here, some unknown reason. I did have plans to kind of, I don't know, hang back and chill and do some shopping. Long story short, we have the merch store. Let me go ahead and pull it up real quick at least. I was going to shop alongside you guys. However, due to time, I don't think you guys want to see me just do a bunch of shopping. Because I have yet to really buy anything for myself. And I forgot it does the latest videos on YouTube. That's fun. That's cool. But we have these collections, right? We have the Founder collection, we have the Day One collection, all these things. So these are going to start timing out. You're not sticking around forever. Tess is working on some new products, some new designs, and so this is kind of my not last chance warning, as if you have to buy today, but it's gonna be, I think we're thinking sometime in August, late August or end of August, we're going to remove some of these older collections and in comes the new stuff. So if you're interested in any of this stuff, I would suggest trying to get this before the end of August. I need to get some stuff because I don't want to miss out, like the Founders collection. The channel is planned to go under a revamp along with the logo and such, so this might be the last time you see this logo or able to get this. I might need to get myself a phone case, to be honest. That looks so cool. So yeah, so definitely if this is something you're interested in, check it out. All of the proceeds actually go to the staff that help support this endeavor. So you want to support the people that support me, you can support them and get some merch. Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, not going to bore you with me picking out new pants and shirts that I desperately need. Let's talk about the final mod that just is an absolute game changer. The reason why I don't have the collection enabled. Oh man. There is a new collection on the horizon that's going to change everything. You know, we need a new song. You gotta really introduce this. So real quick, if you go to more, we have the Overhaul Manager. So this is where I was going to mention, there's a no parked mode for your career. This is purely for the career overhaul. More settings are sure to come. But if you want to toggle police, you can do no police mode. You can do no parked mode for no parked cars. Map dev mode, very important. If you want to keep your levels folder and you're a map developer and you want to work on stuff and save your levels folder, you need to have this toggled. Else your levels folder will be removed and moved into your temp folder. So it's not really deleted, but it's moved and discarded and out of the way for career overhaul. I'd hate for any map makers to lose their maps, but if they know and understand map making, they should be just fine. This is the other #1 bug, is it's not working. Well, it's your levels folder. Something's in it from a previous mod or a previous adventure in F11 in World Editor. But the real mod we're talking about today is kind of 2 mods. One of them is the mod conflict resolver, which helps resolve conflicts between mods. And the other one is this repo manager. So like I said, the collection is going to change forever. No longer is the collection going to be a giant file of a bunch of mods that I have to manually keep updating and manually keep merging and zipping, and then you got to spend days or forever downloading it. It is now going to be fully, for lack of a better word, embedded in the BeamNG mod repository. So go to Repo Manager, come up with a new menu. Isn't this fun? Do I have a logo made? Not yet. Not yet. Well, I don't think so yet. No, we're still working on stuff. The Repo Manager. So how this works is there are going to be individual packs, individual collections of in the collection per se. So for instance, demo mods. I made this to show, these are all mod demos that work well with BeamNG. If you hit the details there, it will load details of the mods. Fortunately, the pictures are kind of blurry, but that's kind of the product of it. Maybe we'll make them smaller or something. But this gives you an insight to the mods. You can view them in the repo. You get right over to the repo. I don't know why pictures aren't loading in. Let's go ahead and go back. If you want to install them all, you can hit install all. If you want to uninstall them all, I think actually this wording might change. I think the best way to uninstall them is actually delete them out of repo. We might have a button that actually deletes them from your repo. But let's say you can't run whatever the now 230 plus mods that are in the collection. You can now just enable specific ones. Maybe you only want the quality of life ones. These are going to be your UI changes. So simple power weight ratio, it's here. Live input telemetry, better performance. You want a better enhanced interior. This is in the wrong spot. You're not supposed to see the GT3 parts in here. There's all kinds of fun, better bindings. Basically anything in the repo is now able to be put into a pack. To be enabled and disabled when you're playing career or not playing career. I hear you, Justin, out there. Mr. Play with tons of different mods. Now you can start separating at least the repo ones. Let's look at the must-have vehicles. So it does take a second to load in all the pictures information, and there is pages, only does 10 at a time. So yeah, now since we have access to the repo, we can see a lot more cars coming to career and a lot better high quality ones too, like the CCF. The Procyon's back in now. All kinds of super amazing cars. Some of these we already seen before. This is only the first 10. More pages. We're past the 200 mark. I've spent so much time digging through repo mods from the last, I don't know, I think it went as far as 4, 5, 6 years ago. Finding ones that work, which were high enough quality to be, really recommended in the collection, which ones work well in career mode, and yeah, total game changer. Changes everything. And this is really just the beginning of this mod. This mod has legs to turn into even more things and to change. Gameplay mods. Oops, actually enabled. Well, no big deal. It's going to start downloading. Get a little progress bar. Hopefully the stream doesn't also get upset. It might start lagging because, if I hit download all now, it's going to be a disaster. Yeah, so then you go into your mod manager and look, there's your mods. Let's do a bigger one. Hopefully the stream didn't lag too bad. Let's do the demo mods. Let's do all 7 of these. It's pretty small. I love the Scintilla GT3 parts UI, right? And so let's talk about the bad news about this collection real quick, or the unfortunate news, I guess, is that it is not coming out today. It is not in beta yet. It will come to beta, and hopefully as soon as we can. But there's some bugs we need to work through. With a mod like this, it's easy to get in trouble. We really don't want to make a mod that will give the players an ability to just spam the BeamNG repo servers and take down things and slow and cause congestion. So we're trying to mitigate and manage the speed of the download. Well, not really the speed, but the amount of downloads at a time. Through our testing, we've seen people that we utilize the what is it, the UI? Is it UI? Yeah, the UI interface setting that for some reason has a number of parallel repository downloads. I'm set to 10, and I can download just fine. But some people, especially in the UK with their crazy good internet, they download so fast, the Beam repo says, whoa, this is wrong, this isn't right, something's wrong, and kind of blacklist them for a short period of time. Obviously, we don't want to see the players have that issue, and we don't want to see beta members have that issue. So we're going through some more rigorous testing internally first. But there's some more details to iron out, but we're pretty far along on this, I'd say. I'm hoping we get it real soon. But yeah, then you can go to your mod manager, and here's all the mods that are from the collection. You can individually disable still. You can still work this exactly the same. But if you want to start working things on a more mass or macro level, you can come into here and start disabling things and choosing what you want to use. So hopefully this makes sense of why this is such a big game changer. Because, man, obviously I play with as many mods as possible. I've ran all these mods in career, and my career feels so different. It is amazing. It's refreshing, to be honest. And it makes the repo really exciting because, you know, now that we can go to the repository and all these new updates, right? The Bastion GTDM, what's this? I don't know, but we can get it added. We don't have to really go through permissions. We're just pointing the mods, we're pointing the players to go download specific mods from the repo. This also gives the modders credit and download count or you know, direction, really traffic for their mods. So it's really a win-win from all around. Now there is some small downsides, like mods that are not on the repo. We utilize several of those, especially the paid Talking Bath tire mods and wheel packs. Those are paid mods that we've partnered together with Talking Bath to implement into collection and release for free. So kind of a cool deal. Those mods will be bundled together in its own standalone smaller collection. It's a lot better to have 10 individual mods and update and manage those manually than the 150 we were managing earlier. So this is a big change. You'll still have that other standalone separate mod for wheels and things that aren't part of the repo, but we thought about including it as part of the core repo manager, but the way we use the software we use in GitHub and all that stuff, it doesn't like inputting big files, and the Talking Bath Tires mod the DAE file is too big to upload into GitHub. Let's just put it that way. So that's kind of like, all right, let's just manage that separately kind of thing. So repo manager, everybody, this is huge. I will be playing with this often. I'll be using this in videos. That's why we're talking about it now, really. It's to show you what's going on and allow for content to be made around this. Later, I'll be putting out a video on this more specifically, maybe a little more in depth, and playing with it. And in that video will be the perfect ideal situation for you to put in the comments, what mods do you think belong in Career Overhaul? Right now we're past 200. I think the last number I had was 230. We might have hit 240. I'm probably going to change up the way these look up the way these are categorized. By priority, we have the must-have vehicles and must-have parts. It makes sense. They're the must-have vehicles and the must-have parts. This is kind of designed for those that don't have the best machines and they can't run 230 mods or even have 230 mods enabled. This is too big. Currently, I think there's 112 must-have parts. Somehow I need to slim these down to like the top 10. And then we have additional parts and other categories. And so, yeah, there's gonna be a lot more work in kind of deciding which mods should be included and which ones shouldn't. And I will definitely need the community's help on this one. So be on the lookout for a YouTube video for that, where I'll be kind of in the comments there talking about it. And of course in Discord, if there's ever a time to use the suggestions stuff, this is a great time to suggest mods. Eventually, I think I will put a list out of mods that are expected to come. So that way you can kind of see for yourself what's going on. And if there's any gaps or things that you think should be there, you can address it. Any questions? repo needs a category works with career, so we can search for that. All right, that would be really cool. Sort then within the category by author or type, car post. Yeah, that would be cool too. Talking about in the general repo, yeah, that'd be awesome. Wait, so no more downloading car collection? Exactly. Now you're just gonna enable, or now you're just gonna install this collection mod, which is really more of a, might be rebranded altogether, the repo manager. We'll see. But basically, it's gonna be a small file. It's gonna be a small mod. It's not a heavy mod because this is all just like software. It's not assets and pictures. And so yeah, no more downloading the giant, 3 to 4 gigabyte per mod collection packs. I hope this really, because yes, it's a game changer and everything changes in the sense of the collection is going to function a lot differently, but I'm excited to see where this repo manager goes. This is, we all play with mods. We're here because of the RLS Crew Overhaul mod, or at least some of us are. We're here because of modding, and so this is taking the management of all those mods and refining it a bit, and allowing us to say, hey, these are good mods. Maybe if you just want to do racing mods, you can do this. And this we'll call it technology. This technology will also eventually be public and hopefully allow you to create your own mod collections per se. So if you're like, I want to run my D series mods, or I want to run my airplane mods, there's not a ton of those, but you get the idea. Just changes it. It's huge. It's big. I'm excited for it. I cannot wait to play career mode now because of this as well. Before I was always wanting to, now I can't wait. Now I'm excited for tomorrow where I get to really dig into it. We need an S10 size sport truck. That would be cool. I was actually talking to someone else about that the other day. Small mod, how small? It's pretty small. I don't know what it's how small it is at the moment, to be honest. Yeah. My next plan was just to kind of play with the career mods. I was going to download them all, but I don't want to take down the stream. So I think we're probably going to end this here. Maybe we'll drift around. We do have some demo mods now. Something I've been playing with is this Claymore. A lot of fun. Like it a lot. So this is again, these are all demos, which means there's a real version out there, which is also nice because one, this will drive traffic to those creators that want to have their creations and Patreon shared more. Also, when let's say you do have the paid version of this, all you gotta do is disable this in your mods, and then you can go and play your paid version of the mod. This is actually another huge reason why this came to be, is because the collection was driving so much traffic to other people's Patreons and modders and such, that it was causing issues and conflicts when a player would buy said Patreon mod, and then it wouldn't work because there's already a collection lower tier version of it, and it would conflict. And it was getting to a point where people were they didn't want to not use the collection, but they also wanted to use what they paid for, and they want to support their creators. And so this is another big solution there to help with that issue. So yeah, there's so many solutions that this one mod is going to solve, and it's really good to have. I don't know. I've been geeking out over it for the last week. I think it started the non-stop, no sleep working, if I'm honest. This is not a Hummer. This is a Gavril Claymore, I think, or something like that. Yeah, it's definitely not a Hummer whatsoever. I don't even know how you got that idea. Obviously, being sarcastic, but it is lore friendly, which is super cool. 100K career speedrun? I don't know about that. I don't like speedrunning the game. I want to just sit back and enjoy the game. Can you save active mod set as favorite? Ooh, that's a cool idea, Justin. Justin always has some cool, ideas, given his engineering background and such. I love that. That'd be a cool, interesting thing. It's active, he said, as a favorite. I really think you guys should add custom cars like the Yoru. You mean make more custom cars? The Yoru will, of course, be in the collection. We got to get to the repo first, though. But yeah, it'll be biasly recommended. Let's put it that way. Hardcore save? I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know about that. I kind of want to quickly enjoy my time. I don't have that kind of time to put into the game. You know what I mean? I want to get through it. A lot of the playing too is also testing and such. It's not a Hummer, it's a Humber. There it is. And you guys know the backstory of this track? I don't know if I ever shared the backstory of this track. So the backstory of this track is when, well, I guess I used to, I haven't really done it since I started working on all the modding, but I used to, whenever I go to sleep, I don't want to say I start dreaming, it's almost like daydreaming. I just start thinking of scenarios, right? And I repeat them often to go to sleep. And so as a kid, there was this little extra undeveloped land next to our neighborhood. I'd ride my bike there a lot and hang out there and stuff. Need to lock the diffs. But as a kid, I would always dream or daydream. Like this is like I'd always think up this track, this off-road track, to go to sleep. I would just like actively think, and then I would always fall asleep. So for years, I was always just kind of, we'll call it daydreaming or night dreaming or lucid dreaming about this. It wasn't really lucid dreaming. It was just thinking up this conceptualizing this track. And then I thought, you know what? I want it in BeamNG. So this is, oh man, this is really bouncy. This is the track I kind of always dreamed of for years. In fact, now you know me a little bit more. Obviously, it's not one for one, and it's not exactly how I envisioned it as a child, but it's pretty close. And I can't prove it, but just trust me. What bike do you have? I don't have a bike anymore. I used to have a little Redline, I guess it's a BMX bike, Redline bike. It was really cool, and the steering feels funny. I think it's the tires. Yeah, I think this is more designed to go slower. It kind of drives as poorly as a Humvee drives, I would think. I will say these tires on other cars, especially, super grippy. This feels super good. In fact, let me get one more of these out. Reckless on a bike. Well, speaking of that, actually, I would bike home from school every day in middle school, and I remember I had just gotten the bike, right? I'm feeling on fire. I'd only had it for a few days, and riding home with my buddy, I was like, check this out. For some reason in my mind, I was going to drift on my bike. You can kind of already see where this is going. And there's this gravel patch, right? It's like, all right, cool. I'm going to like drift, but like actually try to momentum drift, not just like skid to a stop, but like drift. So I went as fast as I could with my book bag on, and I locked up the rear, and I hit the gravel patch, which ended really quickly and turned back to asphalt. And so I slid and got a little sideways and angled, and then it just caught and flung me absolutely over. And then I never did that again because it hurt a lot, and I felt really stupid. That was the main part. I felt really stupid. I just like quickly got back on the bike and just kept going. Like it never happened. You know how kids just like fall and just get up and like it never happened. Oh, Mongoose. Is that what it was? I think so, yeah. The tan bike, right? Yeah, I think it... Wait, I don't remember. Or maybe I wanted a Mongoose. I forgot about that brand. For some reason, I was in there. I was never really a BMX bike rider. I just like the look of the bike and the feel. There's also no way we get through this. This is going to be way too deep. Yeah. But, I also had a mountain bike too, and I felt so cool that I had like this really cheap Walmart mountain bike and this nicer BMX bike in the garage. It's like the start of having, you know, that dream garage, but I only had bikes. Flightless. Prove it, let me in your brain. Let's see. Jay says, West Coast map for the free roam 4-wheeling courses. To get the advanced category you need 7 stars, but there are only 2 beginner courses with a total of 6 stars. Is there any way to fix that? Talking about the vanilla stuff? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I mean, yes, there's ways to fix it, but I know they're doing a lot of you know, with the assessed performance stuff, they're really gearing up for that kind of gameplay style change, and so I wouldn't really go into fixing that because I think things are going to get worked out soon by the vanilla devs, or vanilla devs, the BeamNG devs. But yeah, that's why we have the rock crawling courses, is to get out of the whole mall crawls, fan of mall crawls. I had a push bike when I was younger, drove it out of the driveway, and the brakes failed and straight into the side of a car and flew over the bonnet. That's funny. I finished the chopped calves. Be on the lookout next week or so. Heck yeah, Bella. We'll make sure to include it in the collection pack, huh? Alright, well, with that, I think that's going to be the end of the live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoy all the content coming out, all the betas. We're really trying to get them out to public. And so I hope for especially the Race Tab and the Yoru betas that these betas go really well, and the scope creep is ended with them. We're not adding new things before the public release. So both of those will eventually go public soon. Sooner the better in my book. It's been a while. Look at the benches flapping. Can't wait to... Oh, let me get a low gear, that's why. Little seats are flapping up and down. But yeah, so hopefully we get those to public soon. For Overhaul beta stuff, obviously that comes to beta or public as soon as we can as well. We have a few more betas to release with that. A few more things to add. Italy, actually, I did some work on that, but we'll talk about that another week. Hopefully I'll wrap that up this next week. We got Hiroshi Raceway. Let's talk about that for a second, because I think there's been a few comments about that. Hiroshi Raceway is kind of on a back burner in a stalled state, because the final touch, the chef's kiss that it really needs, is really good AI racing. And I'm waiting on the AI vehicle grouping to get re-implemented and fixed. I'm hoping it comes out in the next update. If it doesn't come out in 037, then I will release it as is, but I really want to get that out the right way. Because right now there's really only free roam events to do, and I guess some small taxi work and such. But it really deserves the full system, and I have it half implemented. I just need the vehicle grouping to work. So that's Hiroshi. Utah news, please, says Justin. Let's talk about Utah. So Utah, I touched up a little bit. Progress has been made. Core systems are implemented for the last things. Well, actually, there's actually some new features that need to be worked out. I'm going to hit that heavy next week, and I hope to talk about a... it'd be tough to talk about a beta next week. I want to at least show it where it's at next week, next Friday, hopefully. But there's some key stuff that we're missing for... well, maybe we can release... I really want... Okay, there's one... Okay, all right, I got it. I remember now. There's one big thing that needs to be added. It's not a huge thing, but it requires like some dev work, some real like coding software stuff. So that's gonna need to come first, which it can happen this week. Everything else is more about flushing out and adding things to systems that are already in there. Did I just see... Was that... What was that? Is that a hole in the map? Okay, no, it's just light. I'm really sensitive to holes in the map now. So there's a chance for a Utah beta, but don't take work off for it. Don't hang your hat on it. You know, things happen. But I am also trying to avoid scope creep on that as well, and just kind of flush out what we have and get it into a beta so people can start enjoying it. But at the same time, I hate to release stuff that doesn't show our best foot forward, because that first impression, that first experience, you only get to do that once with each player. So even if they're a beta member, it's still important to make sure it comes out looking good and feeling right. So that's the update with Utah. Appreciate your patience. Working on a lot of stuff. I feel like I got a lot of stuff out. And this thing is an absolute tank. It dented the front bumper after hitting that. Oh my gosh. That's fun. But I think that's going to do it for this stream. Let's see if there's any last questions. Really good AI, but maybe when BeamNG gets out of... Yeah, I'm not looking for great AI. I'm just looking for AI. I just need some AI racers. I just need to control the cars they're using. Crashed 162 times. That's nuts. All right, with that, thanks so much. We're the Royal We are gonna take off now and probably do a little more work tonight, and then enjoy the weekend. And we'll get back to you next week. Hopefully, you see some more content, and I'll try to communicate better. Take care and enjoy. Real quick, because I saw the chat, Evan asks, what's your opinion of the East Coast RLS? I think it's awesome. I haven't played it yet. I haven't personally experienced it, but everyone I've talked to and seen gameplay of says it's really good, and I love to see more maps in career mode. So keep them coming. Great job to the creator. I hope to do a video on it soon. Okay, for real, bye.